Yo, if you got people of color in your life, I need you to reach out to them today. I need you to tell them that you love them. Did y'all see this shit in Georgia? Did you see it? I hadn't even heard about it. This poor man got shot in February. And I find out just now, right, that this young man got shot while taking a jog in a neighborhood, right? Someone taking care of himself. Someone trying to be on a good path of his own mental and physical health. He took a fucking jog in his neighborhood. And some of you white assholes are going to say, was it his neighborhood or was it the neighborhood next door? That's because you can't fucking run far enough to get out of your own goddamn neighborhood. He was on a jog. What are you going to do? Just run around your block for fucking 20 times? You are, because you can only run for a minute and a half, you racist piece of shit. Anyway, my point is, these guys decided, okay, these white rednecks decided that they saw a person of color running and he looked like somebody who broke into some houses around the neighborhood. Now, why do y'all think he looked like a robber to these white guys? What do you think it was? Do you think it was his running shorts? Do you think that's what it was? No, probably not. It's probably because he was a black man. That was their definition of looked like. He wasn't white. That's like, y'all don't understand right now. This is as clear cut as it could ever be, okay? He wasn't even walking in a hoodie like Trayvon Martin. He was physically exercising, okay? And I'm assuming they said they saw a black man on a construction site. Did he have a fucking drill in his sweatpants pockets? No, he didn't, okay? Like, what the fuck makes you think that you have the authority to go and pull your truck up in, like, all right, y'all, white people, white men specifically, I need you to go with me on this one, okay? I need you to put yourself in the place of someone that's running. Maybe you're a runner. You're out on a jog, okay? You're minding your own business. And mind you, when you go through this exercise with me, you go through it with your mindset. You go through it knowing you've been a white guy your whole life, and rarely do you get challenged too often if it's not by your wife. Okay, now, let's keep going. Here we go. White fellas, you're on a run. You're jogging. You're taking care of yourself. You're feeling good. You're in your own brain. You got your music going whenever you're listening to. You're doing it. You're running, right? And then what happens? A truck zooms by you with two white guys with guns, and they stop in front of you down the road a bit, right? While you're just running down the road. And they say, with a gun in their hands, that they want to talk to you. Okay, now, what would you do? Just what would you do if two guys, now, white guys, let's imagine it's a person of color, okay? Let's not pretend like there's not conflict between the races. There is, right? What you would, for sure, 100% try to disarm those individuals. You would do exactly what Mr. Avery did. That is what you would do. You would try to fucking disarm them. And that's what he did. He said, oh shit, there's two rednecks in a truck in the middle of the road who drove ahead of me and said, I'm guessing, hey boy, we want to talk to you. Now, what would you do? What would you do? You would run after the motherfucker with the gun and you would fight because you have lived in America your whole life and you understand what the fuck happens in this scenario. Show me one scenario in American culture where a black guy's running down a backwoods Georgia road and two rednecks in a pickup truck with guns pull into the middle of the fucking road and stop and say, hey, this is a good time for a chat, ain't it? What makes you think he has any business stopping to talk to you? What the fuck? If that ain't the most white guy thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life, right? I want to talk to you. Okay, good for you. Have your people call my people. I'm working on myself right now. God damn, y'all, I'm so fired up, and I'm mad at my fucking country, and I'm mad that, like, y'all people are pretending this shit ain't racist. I've already been reading the news. I read the news. The news was already trying to tell me of all the bad things that this young man had done in his life. Guess what? He was a fucking kid. I got people in my family that fucked up. I got people in my family that been to jail. You know what I mean? And a few years later, they had their shit together. So much so that they were running. No. I just started running just to make it look like I have my shit. Like, that running is it. That's the thing you do to clear your brain, to make yourself better. It's for endurance. It's for endorphins. It's good shit. I wish I thought or I knew the answer. I don't know the answer, but it seems like we're dealing with bullies who think it's okay to bully, except they've been bullying for so long, they don't even realize that's what they're doing. It's just the normal way, right? Centuries of white guys bullying people of color. I hate to say this, but I think we're gonna have to start shooting more white people. Like, I don't know how else to put it, because this is the only way these fuckers are gonna learn, okay? No one stands up to them anymore, right? Like, and I know what it's gonna mean. I know that it is a shitty thing of me to suggest that more people of color, right, should start shooting back, but I could go do it myself, but that's not gonna affect them, because they need someone that looks like y'all wiping them out, right? Because they've just been able to just run willy-nilly, left and right, doing whatever the fuck they want. Woohoo! Like, these fuckers are still out on the road. They're still out, hanging out in Georgia, doing their own business. One of the guys, he was like an attorney, or like working, like was part of the legal community. Y'all do not stop watching these racist assholes, okay? Here's the thing. Some of you white folks are going to be like, man, those are radical opinions. But they're not. Let me explain something to you, y'all. I grew up in the South. I know in their hearts, the friends of these people around these two shooters think they're good people. They do. They don't get it. They don't understand. They don't realize that they live in an entire world created where at their formation they are told that people of color are not to be trusted and are less than them, right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many black friends you got, okay? Do you stop and look at yourself and say, why did those two white guys think that was a logical and reasonable explanation and action to take? Why did those two, they're racist, right? There's no way around it, right? And now there is a segment of our society that will argue whether or not racism is a real thing. And that is ridiculous. Like, I almost want to be like, hey, racist, y'all saw that article that said by 2049, there was going to be less white people and more people of color, right? Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that that's a thing that's happening. Y'all argue in your racist arguments how many babies they have. So even if you don't believe the media, you believe your own logic that says you ain't fucking your wife enough to keep up, right? Like, we know that is accurate. Now, what I need you to do is realize that the world you are preparing for your future generations is going to be one where white people will not be the majority. It doesn't matter how many of you shave your heads, okay? It's just the way it is. There's just more places in the world that are made of people who don't look like white people, thank fucking Christ, right? And truthfully, the planet's heating up. You know what I mean? Y'all burn now. I mean, I burn too, I guess. I forget my whiteness. I'm sorry. But I also burn. I burn more now than I used to, right? So when you look at it, it's pretty obvious that people of color are the future, right? Like, and the best you could do at this point is to make some friends and try to build some bridges so that you have some value in the next world, right? Like, that's really it. So if you really care about the survival of the white race, what you need to do is be nicer to people of color, you dumb fuck. Like, we're going to be outnumbered. What are you doing? Make friends. Don't kill people. Say, hey, I'm sorry about my pappy. Probably wasn't too good to your pappy. We're cool, right? I mean, we're all Americans, y'all. We have got to unite together before this class war has a bunch of poor white people killing poor black people or whatever down here, and then they run away with the money. And then we get a news headline that says, the Supreme Court flushed the toilet today. Not, hey, did y'all know you could listen to the Supreme Court? No, none of that. Just, listen to the Supreme Court. Look at the Supreme Court's toilet. That is our fucking government, okay? Could you give me something that matters to read? Fuck. All right. Oh, y'all, heated up today. How are y'all doing? No comments. I must have really been fucking going at it today, because usually there's a few comments here and there. I know there's a few people watching. For y'all just got here, I just went off about how racist our country is. And if you don't think that it's racist, there's no reason anymore for me to give you the time of day. I do want to, you know what? That's what happens, isn't it? We get mad about stuff like that, and then we go, all right, if you don't believe what I believe, then I don't have time to give you that shit. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like if you don't look at that shooting today, if you don't look at that video and know for a fact that that man was just running down the street and got murdered, like if you watch that and you don't believe that, I know in order to save this country, I have to somehow get it through your head that it's in your best interest to understand the future. You know what I mean? Like, I have to hate you for a few days. I'm sorry. I have to hate racists for a while right now. I cannot extend a hand right now. Even like, I realize that it's my job to put people in check, and I will put them in check left and right, and I'll try to do it right here, and maybe we can build some bridges. All I'm saying is, listen, I don't know if this is going to make me sound racist or something, but I understand that gang culture is still a thing in minority populations. And white people too, but they're really bad at it. The gangs are Nazis. They don't fucking kill. Right? So I know that there's initiations that happen in these communities that are part of their culture and I respect it. I think loyalty. I was in the military. If you tell me that's not a fucking jump in, you know what I mean? Like, I got jumped in to be a fucking. All right, so I understand. In this initiation process, oftentimes, maybe you're in your own neighborhood. Maybe it's time to, maybe if a racist, and you know what I mean, do what you want to with that idea. I'm just saying that, that you have people willing to risk their own freedom to prove loyalty to you. Perhaps gang members who run shit, perhaps the loyalty could be proven by eye for an eye. And then what we'll do is we'll make it, get a religion. We'll go to the religion of racism. That's what they've been saying, right? Y'all are all too PC. You overcorrect everything. All right, fine. You're right. You know what? I'm going to say that I belong to a religion that says you got to wear masks, and if you don't, you got to leave. And if you kill people in my religion, eye for an eye says I have to kill someone who believes what you believe, right? And then we'll just do it that way, right? Like, there's going to be a way. There's going to, white people, get your head out of your ass. There's going to, we got to figure it out. Y'all, seriously, if there's a person of color in your life, just I have a lot of friends who are people of color, and I have a lot of friends who are minorities. Like, I have the privilege of walking through with my white privilege, being a white dude, which is why I get to say stuff like this. You know what I mean? I understand that. I understand that I get to say stuff like that because I'm a white dude. Okay, and I just want y'all to make sure that you're extra nice to everybody you know today, because just think about it. Somebody was just jogging. Okay, he was just jogging. That's all. Sweatpants. Can't have any. No weapons. Jogging. Okay. Love your friends. Hate your fucking enemies today. Today's the day to hate your fucking enemies. Okay, do it hard. Let them fucking feel it. All right. I love you. Listen, on Friday, we're giving away money. Okay, every Friday it's payday here at the bunker, live from the bunker. Liberate your state of mind with Sergeant Roach. Okay, and what we did last Friday is I said, hey, I'll give $25 to one person who's striking from Mayday. Right? Maybe you're out of work. So I did that. Another watcher said, I'll match that $25. So we gave $50 to a lady last week. Okay, and this Friday we'll do it again. So you tell all your friends. All right, say, come watch Sergeant Roach. Y'all put your name in the Venmo. Don't be dicks. If you're making money right now, don't do it. If you need money right now, put your name in there. And we pull it out ahead at the end, and then we'll Venmo you at least $25, maybe more. Maybe people will match it. If I get some people to match, maybe I'll tag some famous people. Say, hey, throw in $25 on some Venmo, okay? All right, y'all. Liberate your state of mind. I'm Sergeant Roach, cannabis coach. Come out of the canna closet.
Eat the rich, put the fire on the son of a bitch. Don't mess up, don't you give me no switch.